So I've been ranking a lot of Blue Lock character designs since like a year or two ago, and I thought it would be interesting if I also draw out my own preferred version of how these characters should look like for like narrative purposes. The aim of the design is not to like draw them in a way that I find aesthetically pleasing or whatever. It's more like to redraw them so that I think they fit the narrative more and to their character more. In the end, these are like designs that I just personally want to draw. I'm not here to like correct the Blue Lock character designs. We're gonna start right off with Isagi, our main character. I'm gonna draw a base first. So I think what I'm gonna mainly change for his design is his hair, probably. I want to make it so that there's something more interesting, which is like a little bit more eye-catching so people can tell like who he is other than just some guy from some anime, but also not too jarringly different such that he doesn't look like Isagi anymore. There's his mouth. Should I make him smiling? No, make him grumpy. He's an angry boy. Slur-sagi is gonna throw out swear words at you on the field. I guess his only kind of distinct feature is these two little bunny ears slash sprouts that he has on the top of his head. That makes him more like noticeable compared to like your generic isekai MC. And also his eyes are slightly grumpier, but he just looks like that one guy from Haikyuu. Forgot his name, I don't watch Haikyuu. Okay, anyways, I finished this draft for Isagi. I'm definitely keeping the sprout because that's like one of his only distinct features. I might make it slightly bigger and more noticeable. I just think it's like such a nice feature for him. There we go, make it bigger. For the hair, I think since now he has bigger the sprout thing, I'm gonna keep his hair relatively the same. He still gives off that average Joe who's like worked his way up. For his eyes, I'm planning to later color it green because I think one of the things that'll make him stand out is make his eyes a different color than his hair, and also like the fact that he has a green aura but there's like no green in any part of his design really makes me angry. So I wish there's just something, anything green on his design to really help with whatever his aura color is. Like this is like one of the big gripes I have for Blue Lock character design, where everyone else has something in their design that matches their aura. For example, Bachira has yellow and his eyes are yellow, so it matches. Most people's eyes colors just match their aura. I low-key can't think of a case where they don't. So for Isagi to be the main character and also have it not match, it really like triggers something within me. I'm like, why don't you match, boy? Like what? I also think making his eyes green will help him stick out in the crowd because like dark blue hair and green eyes, it's a less common combination compared to dark blue hair, blue eyes, which I see almost everywhere I go. I don't think I'm gonna change anything regarding his size or height. I do find it a little funny how out of all the Blue Lock characters, he's one of the shorter ones. Actually, I'm gonna give him like a smirk instead of making him angry. I'm gonna smile at you while throwing slurs at you. Now it's the coloring time. Okay, I'm gonna repick that dark blue for Isagi's hair. Ah! No! Forget, I'm gonna color the skin first. I'm not gonna draw like the bottom half of the body. I'm genuinely just too lazy to. Plus, they all wear the same thing most of the time. I'm not planning to redesign the jerseys or anything as well either. What if I make the sprout green? That would be kind of funny. I want to test it out. Wait, why is this so funny? It looks like Aiku's little brother. Okay, I can't make it green. Another reason I really like the sprout is because Isagi sounds like usagi, which means rabbit in Japanese. So it's kind of cute. It makes him look like a bunny. Like, look at him. So for the eye color, I'm gonna choose something more similar to his aura color. I'm gonna do like a darker green base first and with some like green highlights. Yeah, I do think green looks fine on him, like the eyes. And yeah, here's Isagi. We're gonna move on to Bachira. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have no issues with Bachira's design. I think it's like kind of like a perfect character design. So to not be redundant, I'm not gonna draw him. Oh wait, I forgot to color Isagi's eyebrows. No. We're gonna move straight to the next character then. We're gonna draw Kunigami next then. For Kunigami, I feel like he has a similar issue with Isagi where he's fine for like the narrative purpose of the story and who he is as a character in Blue Lock, but I just think he's pretty damn bland as well. Yeah, I genuinely don't have a good idea of how to change his design because if I use the Isagi approach and pick out a part of his hair to make it more distinctive, I can't really find it on Kunigami's hair, not gonna lie. He just has like this big explosive orange thing. We're gonna jump straight to Chigiri because I have a good idea on what I want to change for Chigiri's design. Chigiri's already a character design really like in terms of just aesthetically, but in terms of like for both his character and for Blue Lock, I think it's a bit of a miss. And the biggest issue I have is the the strand of hair in the middle. I just don't think it makes that much sense of why he has it. Personality wise, he loves styling and like maintaining his hair. So for him to just have a strand in the middle, I feel like it's kind of awkward. It's very impractical for doing sport. So I would remove that. As much as I think how pretty it is, it has to go, sorry. I do think he should keep that strand before his Team W match where like he starts running again like and becomes more motivated by Isagi. Because having that strand, that shows more of the shyness slash like hiding your face from the world. Once his little like mini arc is over, I think he should remove that strand from his face. Like just brush it to the side. As for the rest of his hair, I think it's great. It gives off the vibe that he's a sassy princess. But like the braid on the side, although it's like very pretty, I also don't get as well. Like why would you wake up super early to like braid that hair? Like because that takes time. But I just don't understand how as a soccer player you'll be able to maintain that hair every day. But good for you, I guess. For his eyes, I think they're fine the way they are. I like how he has like longer lashes. Further that princess motif that he has. So we're gonna keep that. Braids are hard to draw. I low-key don't know how exactly Chigiri's braids work. That's my attempt at drawing his braid. I'm gonna give her like a slightly... Her? Oh, I'm sorry. I misgendered him. I'm gonna give him a smaller mouth than Isagi. I think it fits his character more. He's a little bit less talkative compared to Isagi's loudmouth slurs. I was making this TikTok the other day and I realized Chigiri looks a little bit like Angel from Chainsaw Man. So now I can't unsee the similarities. I know Angel's hair is a bit orangier and lighter. Hairstyle wise, it's similar where they have that one strand. Honestly, now looking more at Chigiri, I'm kind of mad how his hair is down all the time. I think it would be more suited if he ties it up while he's like playing matches. So I'm gonna draw like him again, but with his hair tied up, I suppose. Chigiri has a lot of official promotional art where he has his hair tied up. So I don't see why he wouldn't tie it up for any of his soccer matches. It's just like 10 times more practical. During some of the Blue Lock scenes, he even has his hair tied up while like they're resting, and that just makes no sense to me. Why won't you tie it up while you're doing sports? So I'm gonna have it tied up in the back. Now he looks like Makima. That's airy. I'm gonna draw a little side profile of him just to demonstrate what I'm going for with his hair. I think like a mid-length like this is pretty decent. Yup, and there's Chigiri's design. Next up, I guess we can do Baro. Honestly, I don't have a big problem with Baro either. I think he's fine. I like that the fact that his look changes later on. Spoilers for the manga, skip to this timestamp if you don't want spoilers on how Baro looks like in the future. I like the fact that how Baro got his 3 red stripes later on when he joined Ubers. I think it adds so much to his character. I like how he's very prideful about his hat trick and like he had to like dye his hair. Red suits him so well. I know it's his aura color as well. His hair is so like absurdly long and high that it's less common for anime character designs. It's like very high to a slightly comedic level. So yeah, we're not gonna redesign Baro. Okay, now let's redesign Nagi and Rio. Honestly, I don't have that big of a problem with Nagi's design the more I look at it. I think one of the major issues I have is just that he looks a little too cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I have no issues of Nagi being cool, but like, I think he should look a little bit more sloppy and lazy because it fits his character more. I see what the designer was going for. Like, he has like rough white hair with that one big strand that goes across his face. Unlike Chigiri's design, I think this strand works really well for Nagi's character design, but I would rough up his hair more. And yeah, I think a funny thing about Nagi is like the strand of hair that he has on his face. Unlike Chigiri's strand, it's not stuck on one side. In some anime shots or official art, you'll see it go to the other side of the face. So like sometimes it's on the left, sometimes it's on the right. I think it makes sense for his character to be sloppy. He's moving around as well, so like it would like swing all around the place. I'm gonna make it go to the right for this design because Chigiri's is kind of going to the left with his bangs. I would also make Nagi's hair a little bit longer on the side. For Nagi's eyes, I like the fact how they're like very sleepy looking or like unbothered looking all the time, so I'll keep it like the way it is. I'll exaggerate it slightly. Okay, here's gonna be a controversial take on my redesign here. I'm gonna give Nagi the same type of eyebrow that Rio has. Main reason for that is, firstly, I think Nagi as a character design, he doesn't have that much like distinctive traits because white hair is pretty common in anime. I feel like Nagi cosplays get like mistaken as like Gojo a lot of times. Like Nagi just looks looks pretty bland as a design. So to have these eyebrows, I think would help like distinguish him from some famous white hair boys. Wait, they're kind of covered by his bangs. I'm gonna make the bangs a little smaller so you can actually see his little eyebrows. Now that I've changed his eyebrows, you might think, oh, he's like matching Rio. Like, actually, no. I'm gonna change Rio's eyebrows to be like the normal anime line eyebrow. I'll explain it later. Why does he look kind of sad? Gosh, I wish I could like give character design some jewelry of some sort, because I think jewelries are cool, but unfortunately they're in a contact sports manga, so they can't wear jewelry. Okay, that's mostly Nagi. I just need to color it. Give him eye bags. No, actually that doesn't make sense. That'll make him look too sleepy. I feel like he should have enough sleep. He just wants to sleep. Now, Nagi's eye color, I feel like is one of the wackiest things in Blue Lock. It changes so much in different official arts. I think officially it is supposed to be this brownish, grayish, hazel, whatever color. However, like in some other instances, he would have this cyan-y turquoise color, which is similar to Rin's eye color. I think since Nagi's aura color is this like grayish black, I think it would be cool to give him some really dark cyan eyes. I don't know if you guys seen Tokyo Revengers, but it's like similar to like Mikey's eyes, where it's like so dark, it's like pitch black-ish. It looks very soulless, and I think it kind of fits Nagi's aesthetics too. It looks like it's dead, but then like it can light up over something. Like, I don't know, for Nagi it could be like, oh, soccer, or like when he sees Isagi and Team V, no, not Team V, what the heck, Team Z win over their Team V, he could be like, oh my gosh, soccer, and his eyes light up, you know? I just realized I forgot to give light for all of the character design's eyes, so they all look a little dead inside. Okay, let's draw Rio. Rio's one of my favorite characters, so I really need to do him justice here. I gotta say this with every character. They're all my favorite. But Rio kind of plays a special place in my heart because I kind of kin him. Not that I'm a super rich billionaire, but on other aspects. I feel like Rio is gonna have some of the biggest changes I have in terms of character design. I'm not the biggest fan of his hair and his bangs, of how they're cut. I like the concept of it, the fact that it's slightly uneven. I see some comments from like a previous video where people said that the bangs are a sign of Rio rebelling against his parents, like kind of like strict, rigid rules. Like the fact that he's a little quirky, but like I feel like it's a little ugly though. Okay, Rio is supposed to be like one of like the Prince Charming of like his school. Like everyone is supposed to love him. I think he should have a more trendy haircut that looks good for whenever Blue Lock's set, like 2018. And also he's rich. He should be able to afford a good salon. So I'm gonna pick like another more trendy hairstyle for him. Again, I want to just emphasize the fact that I have no issue with his current hairstyle aesthetically. I honestly think it looks great. Like, I cosplay as Rio a lot, so it's not that I find him ugly. I just don't find it fitting for his character. I still like the idea of the uneven hair to show rebellion. I see the similar design concept used in Ruby, where this character called Weiss, her ponytail is tied to the side instead of to the back to show how she's rebellious towards her rich family. So I'm gonna tilt Rio's little ponytail that he has at the back to show this concept, I suppose. I like the fact that Rio's bangs are like so big and like framing his forehead. It shows his super outgoing, rich nature compared to Nagi's more reserved side. I think like majority of Blue Lock characters have bangs, so it helps Rio stand out a little bit too. Maybe instead of the front, I should have made the bangs start sideways so it further shows like the unevenness. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Why do I draw this form of bangs? I'm really bad at drawing bangs. I'm gonna like flip it to the other side actually. Like, I like the idea how there's like a big hole, the forehead here. Perfect place where Nagi's bangs. Oh yeah, another weird random little nitpick. Rio's hair is pretty damn short when it's down, so I don't understand where he gets all the hair from to tie up a high ponytail. I feel like you'll need more hair for that. That doesn't make too much sense. For the sake of some form of logic, I'm gonna give him a low ponytail instead, so that he actually has enough hair to tie it at like a certain spot. So I'll give it like down there. I'm gonna make Rio have a slightly pointier, longer nose in contrast to Nagi's smaller, stubby nose. I'm gonna give a part of his hair like slicked back here, so he'll still have the bangs here slicked up, because I think it shows more like he's like some rich, cocky nepo baby. Gotta give him his signature tongue pose. Blech. An optical illusion or Nagi and Rio are generally closer than everyone else, like here. I think it's just their hair's puffier, right? Because if I look at here, they seem to look the same distance by a glance. Like, why are you guys so close? Get away. I'm gonna be the second selection. I'm gonna separate you guys. Oh, eyebrows. I forgot to draw the eyebrows. As I said before, I'm gonna make Rio's eyebrows more long and more typical dude eyebrows. As I said before, he's like the popular kid in school, Mr. Perfect, so I thought it would be more fitting if you have something more like conventionally attractive compared to like the dots that he has, because I think it fits his character more. And I'm not saying the dots are ugly. In fact, I really like them. I would like those eyebrows for myself. That's why I cosplay Rio a lot. However, we'll have to sacrifice the eyebrows for character design storytelling. Since I said I'm gonna make Nagi's eyes darker, which I'll make it even darker because I don't think my point came across. I'm gonna make Rio's eyes lighter. Okay, so I just moved everything onto a bigger page so we have more room to draw more characters. Let's do the Itoshi brothers. Actually, no, I think his design's perfectly fine. I guess let's redesign Nico. I find his design pretty funny. It's like worse than whatever Chigiri had. Like, you genuinely cannot see through that hair. I think what would make it nice is have one of his eyes not covered. And also, I do not like Nico's eye color on him. Like, it's a good eye color, but it shouldn't be on Nico because I think it's just so associated with the Itoshi brothers. So it makes Nico look like he's like their long-lost third sibling. And also the fact that it has lashes too, like, come on guys. And it's also very funny when like during team Z versus whichever team Nico's in, I forgot. It was very funny when Nico told Isagi, we have the same eyes, and then when it's the eye reveal, they did not have the same eyes. I understand this is more metaphorically, like where they both see the field or something, but like it was just kind of funny. I'm keeping the hair this kind of half fluffy-ish texture that he already has. I guess a funny thing for Nico is like when his eyes are revealed, he is like not intimidating anymore. He's just like sad and cute. Or maybe it could be because just the only time we ever see him with his eyes shown is like when he's crying, so like we just associate him with being very sad. So instead of giving him a lot of lashes such that his eyes are very similar to Rin in size, I'm gonna just only give him 2. Now he looks like more of the emo kid than Itoshi Rin. Eye color is gonna be a pain though. I honestly really don't know what to pick for him because I'm really afraid if I just give him blue, he's gonna either look like the Itoshi brothers or Isagi. Maybe I've been looking at this wrong. Maybe to avoid Nico from looking like the Itoshi brothers is just to change his hair color. Actually, no. Rin and Sai have different hair colors and they still look like siblings. I see. Either way, I'm gonna change both the hair and the eye colors. Maybe like this tone. The eye color. Maybe I'll just give him green like Isagi. Yeah. Honestly, they don't look the same. It could work. I guess I'll give him a more yellowy green. Okay, so who's next? I guess we can look towards a little bit in the second selection. There's Aryu and Tokimitsu. Aryu has the same problem with Chigiri, that annoying middle strand of hair. How would Aryu tie it up? That's a good question. Would he even tie it up? It kind of really annoys me if he doesn't tie it up as a soccer player. I guess for Aryu, the flowiness and the longness of his hair really show how like long his limbs are and how he like when he jumps up into the sky, it's very like wacha. So like I think visually for the story it's good, but although it makes me really mad how why won't you tie up your hair for soccer? I guess it works enough for Aryu, so I'll just leave it down. And also giving him a ponytail will look too similar to Chigiri again, and it doesn't make his hair float much either, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna give him bangs like this so he doesn't have that awkward strand like a lot of characters do. Honestly, his eye color is one of the things I'm thinking about changing because he looks pretty bland with black hair, black eyes, like just like some background character. So I'm thinking of like making it gold, like yellowy. Honestly, I'm thinking of giving Aryu a mole because he still looks pretty damn plain. I think it's just the black hair. It's not doing him much. Some type of small thing on the face like a mole would help him stand out, I suppose. Wait, according to Google, a mole on the ear means you'll have plenty of money, so I'm gonna go give Rio a mole on the ear because why not? What if I give Rio like triple moles on the ear like Diego Brando? No, I'll just place it somewhere visible like here. Give him like 2 moles. There we go. Back to Aryu. No, screw it. I honestly don't know where to place it, so eeny meeny miny mo. Okay, I guess there it is. I closed my eyes while pressing that. Let's do 2 more characters to fill up this blank space. Oh my gosh, it's 11. I need to do my daily Duolingo, guys. Give me a second. Okay, next character. For Tokimitsu, oh my god, I just realized Nico's color scheme is like pretty damn similar to Tokimitsu's. I did not realize that beforehand. Maybe they are the secret siblings. Tokimitsu. Honestly, he looks fine. Kind of boring, but so is his character in the story. He kind of just disappears, so I'm not interested enough to draw him. So let's look at the staff. Ego and Henri. Ego looks fine. I really like Ego's design. I remember ranking him pretty high on the character design list too. I haven't revisited that in a while. I should look at it. As for Henri, Henri's fine too. Not gonna lie, majority of the cast are fine the way they are. I love Gagamaru's design. The rest of them look kind of like NPCs. Maybe except Raichi. Raichi also looks okay. Kira's design's also really good. In the beginning, he looks like a main character and it gets eliminated. I suppose there's Shido, but Shido's design's also so good. I guess one of my few small grips with Blue Lock character design in general is that characters later on have like a gradient hair color, like starting from Shido and then some later characters in the manga. It felt like a little bit out of nowhere. So far in season 1, we don't have anyone in the main cast where their hair design is like that. So to introduce Shido and to introduce some future characters with hairs like that is a bit jarring. So maybe I can give someone in the main cast this kind of like gradient color. And with that, I think I just thought of a good idea for Kunigami's design that I was struggling with before. So let's draw him. I generally have no issues with Kunigami's design other than not very marketable and looks too similar as other anime characters. Since Kunigami's design is kind of more to emanate like a typical shonen main protagonist with like a heart of gold and playing the hero role, I'm keeping his hairstyle almost the same as it is. Oh my god, I suddenly remembered the World 5, our characters. Like, I was thinking about the hair color thing, and then like that one rainbow hair guy, I forgot his name. I remember people calling him Yasified Naruhaya. With the rest of the characters came out, he was just so different, it was kind of jarring. Let's see what type of gradient would work for him. Yeah, honestly, brown kind of works. But maybe the other way, like from the top. I think it works. It's kind of also like, I'm just making things up now. It's like a metaphor of his downfall, of losing the second selection. I thought of a fun idea, but this is gonna be spoilers, so skip to this timestamp if you don't want manga spoilers. I think it would be interesting if Kunigami dyes his hair orange for like heroism or whatever, but then when he enters the wild card, it kind of all fades. So his hair is like 5 times darker when he comes out. I really don't know how to draw gradient hair, so my idea does not come across well. And yeah, there we go, that's Kunigami's redesign. I keep changing this, oh my gosh, I'll never get this done. This is why I'm only drawing sketches, not rendered drawings. It takes forever. Okay, last design. I suppose we can redo Naruhaya, because I think his design's pretty damn bland. I think if we make him look more like a main character, then it would make the match where he leaves more tragic and unexpected. So let's do that. I think something a bit interesting about Naruhaya's design is the fact that he has these really long eyelashes. I think what would be interesting is to like give him like mouths that are a little bit more cat-like, because I feel like Naruhaya is a very mischievous character. He goes around, he steals Gagamaru's food, like he's like a little bit of a jokester, and he's also one of the younger kids in this prison. Sometimes I forget Blue Lock is a prison-like facility where 300 boys are just captured in there to play soccer. So I'm gonna keep those lashes, but I'll make it go down a bit, makes him sadder. Wait, he has eyebrows like Rio's, but if I give him it now, he'll look too similar as Nagi. I guess I'll make them like a little flatter, like this. He looks a little bit like a bear. No wonder why Gagamaru doesn't seem to like him. Gagamaru would definitely choose a bear over a man any day. Why is he looking a little bit like Ness? That's uncanny, bro, no. You know what, coloring time. Coloring will save it. Damn, low-key, how do I make him look a little more different from Ness? I guess I'll give him like a different skin tone. Wait, I just realized the skin color blends in with his hair a little too much. I have to make it lighter. No, gonna have to make it darker. Highlight. There we go. Honestly, to make it more interesting, I would go for a different eye color for him too. Maybe yellow? It's not very noticeable. Ooh, I like this green. Okay. Here we go. Green. I forgot to take Naruhaya's aura into consideration. Maybe I should give him orange eyes then. There we go. I think darker works better. I was a little hesitant to give him freckles because I wanted to give Ness freckles, and he already looks too similar to Ness, but I haven't drawn Ness yet, so it's fine. Also, freckles are more hard to animate on face especially, but Naruhaya is such a minor character. He doesn't get that much screen time, so it should be fine. Okay, so this is all the characters I'm gonna design for today. So let me know in the comments comments your opinions on these redesigns and how you would approach designing Blue characters. This was kind of fun, so I would maybe do more in the future and even other animes. I'm not too sure yet. Thank you to my 11 subscribers. These are my other socials if you want to go follow them. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Bye.